How you doing, guys? Yeah, like I said, I'm just a bit baffled with, the word justice and dubious. End of the day, first of all, our performance, you know what I mean? I think it would have been an injustice if we didn't get anything from it because we played really well. But that was a clear penalty all day long. And the only, like I said, if that was the other way around, Mark, if we got that penalty and it was given, would you come on and say it wasn't a penalty?
I completely understand what Chelsea fans are doing, saying that it's a penalty. But my point is, Ads, that I see that happen game after game, time after time, and the referee doesn't give it. And it always, I'm obviously a Manchester United fan. So for me, I watched Newcastle last week, 2 penalties, Trippier on Ronaldo, the one on Sancho, not a penalty. And then I watch a game where we deserve something. And basically, I see a player being wrestled to the ground like I see happen 4 or 5 times a game. And the referee's like, that's a penalty. And I'm like, where's the consistency? Where are the rules? And why are we changing week to week? That's my problem with it, Ads. I see that happen all the time and I don't see a penalty given. So why should it be given against us?
No, I think I totally get what you're saying. But like I said, I know it's very frustrating. But again, when I saw that in real time, I was so frustrated and I said straight away, I knew it was a pen. And I think the only problem with what Mctominay had, obviously, he's got his hands on him, but I think where he messed up was he actually grabbed hold of him for 1-2 seconds, that longer, and that's what caused it. There was no need for him to grab hold of him. So
no, and I think you raise a good point about McTominay. That shouldn't be happening at that stage of the game, especially when he's come on as a sub and everyone's worked so hard for the result, and he's doing things like that. I admit it was very silly, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I said, and the other thing. Sorry, just one more thing. In relation to the Ronaldo situation. I'm sorry, yeah. I don't really want to talk about it because personally, I don't understand why Ronaldo is getting the airtime. But like I said, I'm a very big advocate of Ronaldo. But personally, like I said, he was in the wrong. And even now, that statement that he put out on Instagram was laughable. He didn't even apologise. So for me, I'll be honest with you, if he never plays for United ever again, good riddance. That's the way I look at it, because he did not even apologise. If he came out and apologised, you know what I mean, I would have forgiven him. But he still makes it about himself. He's just a big ego trip. And like I said, it's kudos to Ten Hag for what he's doing, because at the end of the day, he's a boss. And like what Fergie said, there's nobody bigger than United. So I don't care who you are, you're not bigger than the club.
Fantastic call. Just to add to that, I don't know whether anybody's aware of this. I've just been sent some quotes here. Roy Keane has said that Ten Hag has obviously got big decisions. He's got to win football matches, but he's not winning enough of them. Man United are 5th in the league. He's also said that I guarantee you if Ronaldo had played most of the games, he'd be the leading scorer. He's talking about spirit after the game. Don't you think that's a message to Ronaldo? Look, Roy Keane, Cristiano Ronaldo are legends of Manchester United. And we live in this world now where everyone's got a voice. And I feel that I've got to defend our manager. I wanted Erik Ten Hag as Manchester United manager. I fought against it, like many United fans, publicly, to say this is the guy to come in and rebuild this football club. Not Pochettino, because that's what, certain United... I mean... Roy Keane and Paul Scholes wanted Diego Simeone publicly. This is a guy who lives off 35% possession. So, look, legends of the club, but they don't always speak a lot of what the fans want. Erik Ten Hag is not doing a good job at Manchester United, and Erik Ten Hag is taking digs at Ronaldo publicly. Erik Ten Hag's the manager, Roy. Erik Ten Hag is the manager. 5th place for this Manchester United side's not good enough. Have you watched us for the last 3 years? We've been an absolute shambles, mate. I'm tired of this old boys club. I saw it with Solskjaer. Solskjaer was an absolute joke as a manager at Man United. And week in, week out, you've got these ex-players sat on the telly, not calling it how it is, because it's a mate from the dressing room 20 years ago. And we're now getting it with Ronaldo. Apparently, Ronaldo should be playing for Man United tonight. I love Ronaldo. He refused to come on the pitch. He walked down the tunnel. He got in his car and he went home. It's unbelievable in front of 75,000 people and the world's watching. It's unbelievable. What are we talking? I agree with that. Why are we talking about Ronaldo should have started tonight? And why are we talking about on national TV that Erik Ten Hag isn't doing a good job? He's just took over the factually worst Premier League Man United side ever. We didn't even get 60 points. He's beaten Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, and he's played Chelsea off the park for 45 minutes. And he's not doing a good job. Come on. Nonsense. Nonsense, Roy. Nonsense. But I do love Roy Keane. But, you know, I don't agree with that. I think you've got to defend the manager. Anyway, we've got Sean. He's a Chelsea fan next. Sean, what do you want to say?
Hey, mate. How's it going?
Not too bad. You happy with the point?
Yeah, in the end, I suppose it was a bit much of a snoozer, though, wasn't it?
I tell you what, Sean, I know it was a bit of a snoozer, but we've just had a Chelsea fan sort of saying that Potter got things wrong. I think Potter's doing a really good job at Chelsea, and I thought he reacted to a game that you were struggling in after 35 minutes. What were your thoughts?
Oh, without a doubt. I think we did well to get the point. But my only discussion with you is, I didn't know this was Man United radio, but that penalty, I think 99% of the time he would not have given it. I think he gave it because if he hadn't dragged him down, you notice Mctominay gets the header clear. So if Mctominay hasn't dragged him down, there's a chance our boy could have got his head on it.
You know what it is? Opinion. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one, Sean, because I'm not going to argue with the Chelsea fan about this because I know if that's at the other end, I'm there rubbing my hands and saying it's a definite penalty. My problem with it is, and I'm sure you're the same as me, I've seen that happen 3 or 4 times a game for the last 30 years. And it frustrates because they don't give a penalty. But I understand why they don't, because they'd be giving so many. So if we're now going to start to see a penalty for that, then players literally cannot touch other attackers on a corner, which actually might be a good thing. But if that's now going to be a penalty, there needs to be another 3 tomorrow because there will be things like that happening. And that's all I want is consistency.
I just think if that ball was going way at the back post, no chance of a header, that wouldn't have been a penalty. We would have played it on. I just think it was so close that Roger could have got to it. I think that's why he gives a penalty. That's why I think it was a penalty.
What did you think about
if the ball was nowhere near his head, I wouldn't have said it was a penalty.
Okay, so you're saying the fact that the ball. What do you think about the equaliser, though? I mean, I know for a minute I thought Kepa, for the second week in a row, had pulled off an absolute worldie.
Well, me being a horrible man, but he's been playing so well, he got his hand to it, and it wasn't like a bullet header. I'm surprised he couldn't push it wide. But I'm not a goalkeeper, you know.
He should have done better. I tell you what, the way the night was going as a United fan, thanks for calling in, Sean. The way it was going, I thought that's going to have the smallest millimetre on the line and technically not being a goal. So I'm over the moon that it was. Disco Stu says Manchester United will still be there in 5, 10, 50 years' time. Ronaldo won't. The manager must be respected. Adults have to stick together when teaching kids what is wrong and what is right. You know what? I agree with you, Stu. This is what disappoints me a little bit. I've heard Rio on the telly today. We're now getting Roy Keane on about it. What is wrong with saying Ronaldo is a fantastic player? He should be playing for Manchester United, but he cannot do what he did on Thursday night, and the manager's right to suspend him for a game. What is wrong with that? They seem incapable of just putting that statement out. Because Ronaldo is amazing. He's one of the greatest players that's ever played the game. He will always be a legend of the game for me. I loved him even when he left United and went to Real Madrid. He's unbelievable. But he's also massive. He's got a huge brand. He's got loads of followers. People follow Ronaldo instead of football clubs. It's true. What he did on Wednesday night, was just completely petulant and wrong. And we've all been petulant and wrong. But when you're Cristiano Ronaldo, you've got to not do that. And if you do that, you've got to, come out and take your medicine and say, I'm completely wrong. That's my opinion on that, if I'm being honest.